we got that in the background.
We got that window back there.
Mhm.
Awesome. And as usual, I am sharing this to my page as well. Welcome, welcome. If you are here with us live, we love to know it. Just drop in the comments live. And yeah, there it is, Women for Progress, going live from their page. And we're going to share it to my page. Dun, 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 dun. Share now. All right. So, welcome to Women for Progress tonight. My name is Dr. Nikisha Ware, and I'm excited to be on episode 2 of Real Resourced and Rested.
Okay.
Yes. And tonight we're in the Liberation Lounge. I love it. I just like saying that. Liberation Lounge with my sister and good friend, classmate, Cassandra James Weathersby.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
And tonight we're actually going to be telling the truth about what it looks like for high performing Black women in a world that still expects us to carry it all. And tonight's conversation is called Let It Fall, Sis, because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do when you are navigating life and all the things, the most powerful thing you can do is to not try to hold it all together.
That's it.
Okay?
Yes.
And so we're going to be talking about how not to lose yourself.
Mhm.
How not to lose yourself when you're taking care of yourself, when you're taking care of others, when you're taking care of your family and the community that you're serving. How not to become the casualty of the cause, right? Many of us leading organizations, businesses, movements, we have our heart tied in our work, and it's easy to become the very woman that you're out here hoping to serve. And so we're going to talk about strategy. If you know anything about me, we love a good strategy. So with that, I'm going to let Coach Cassie J, as we affectionately call her, just talk to us a little bit about herself and why she thinks she got this spot tonight.
Listen at
To talk about real resource and rested.
Yes. Well, hello everyone. I am Cassandra James Weathersby, also known as Coach Cassie J.
Yay.
Yes, I'm the founder and executive director of Black Women Do Heal, and we are an organization dedicated to providing safe healing spaces for Black and Brown women. And I imagine, I got this awesome spot tonight for the love that you have for this word.
Yes.
You know, for Black Women Do Heal, and I'm always so appreciative of that. But also, we walk this walk.
Girl, we walking the walk.
Yes, we are walking the walk and walking it out. So glad that you're having this conversation, glad to be a part of it, and glad to be here.
Yes,
okay?
I'm glad to have you. Now, and we talked a little bit about what would we say on a podcast if we were ever on a podcast together.
Right. Just
so guess what?
So many things.
That just speaks right there, just to talking it out.
Mm-hmm.
We speak it, now we walking it.
Now we walking it.
So thank you again, Coach, for coming tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So hopefully, y'all, this will, because what our goal is to not make it look so clinical and sterile.
Yeah, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
Yeah, that's not us.
When Coach Cassie and I get together, it's sister girl. It is
hey sis, hey.
Hey sis, hey. Hey girl, hey. Do you have capacity to talk? I even got the boys and David using that word.
Oh yes, come on now. Come on, okay.
David just under his breath, get you got capacity.
I love it, and I'm here for it.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm glad that we're talking about this, and so hopefully it will come across like we're normally talking, having a conversation, and so because that's what we do.
Okay.
When you hear the phrase "let it fall, sis," what comes up for you?
I think it's really all in that, you know, to let it fall. So often we, especially as Black women, we don't want to let it fall. We've been conditioned by well-meaning elders and ancestors and community
Yeah.
to at least make it look like you got it all together.
Girl, you better look like you got it all together.
You better look like it. Okay, fix your face.
Fix your
Fix
face.
your face. Okay, fix it.
Fix
Because
it.
why you out here looking like this? Okay,
Right.
looking like somebody stole your puppy, right? Get it together, right? And so we are so used and conditioned to feeling like not only do we have to have it together, but we have to look like it, right? And so that fear of just letting it go, it's like, no, I can't let it go.
Yeah.
It can't be let go.
It can't be let go.
The challenge is, and I say this a lot in my coaching, is do you want to be right or do you want to heal? Okay.
Do you want to be right or do you want to heal?
Or do you want healing?
Yeah.
Because yes, you may be right that it can't fall.
Yeah.
But in order to heal, you have to let it. Yes. And I know this is a disgusting analogy, but I'm just going to use it because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
Because
we're real. This is real resource
and rooted. Okay.
I like rooted. We might add that.
Yeah, okay. But if you've ever been sick on the stomach, right? You don't feel better until everything comes up.
Yes.
You don't feel better.
Yes.
And it ain't gonna be right.
Yeah, it's not gonna be right.
Until everything comes up.
Yes.
And as a not attractive analogy as that may be, it's like that when we're talking about slowing down enough to get some rest. You're not gonna go from running like the Energizer Bunny, doing all the things all the time for everybody,
right?
To
yes,
that's not how that works. That's not even how we're wired. It's not even feasible, right? So to make sure that you have a plan, but it's just not feasible to be here running around, as old folks should say, like a chicken with your head cut off,
right?
And then all of a sudden you just got it together.
Yes.
Stuff is going to fall.
It's going to fall.
It's not an if, it's a when.
It's a when. Yeah.
The only difference is once you start this intentional healing journey, you do get to decide if you're going to let it fall or it's just going to fall.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. Because the falling is happening.
The falling is happening.
It's happening because we running around constantly. I don't care if it's 5 years, 10 years, 12 years.
Yeah.
You only have so much capacity for that.
That's right. That's our word.
Capacity.
And that reminds me, and I'm sure folks, if you're on Facebook for any amount of time, you've probably seen her. Her name is Dr. She got a long name, and I wish I could, Shalita something. But anyway, she actually said she's lost a significant amount of weight over the last several years. Right. But she said the doctors told her that she was actually having a stroke for 2 weeks.
Oh, come on now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Body under duress. And it wasn't until she collapsed.
And that's when you find out.
And that's when you find out. But the signs were there. The symptoms were there. But because we're not in tune with our body, because so much of what we do every day and what we've been taught from society is not to listen.
Oh no, you don't listen to it because it's nothing wrong. It's just your imagination.
Yes.
Especially, keeping it real as Black women, they don't listen to us.
Yes.
So when you do have a concern and you go and they brush it up under the rug, well, you get used to that. And so between that and you not having the time, you're not going to waste your time to go up here.
Right.
And they're going to tell you that it's nothing.
Yes.
So maybe you're just tired.
You're just tired.
Maybe I just, I've just been going.
Yeah.
I don't have time to stop, but maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
And no, you could be whole about to leave here.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things that is so important. It's like, it will make you sit down. And you can get that voluntary letting it fall.
Yeah.
Or you can have an involuntary vacation.
Yeah. One, you have agency.
You have agency.
And
you have
ownership choice and voice.
Right.
The other one, you are at the mercy.
You're at the mercy of everything at that point.
Yeah.
Because now nobody's prepared for it.
Correct.
So the people that you were serving in your professional life or community, as you're a caregiver, none of the people that you were caring for is ready. Your family is not ready.
Yeah.
You are not ready.
Right.
So none of those spaces are ready when it has to fall. Because again, it's not a if, it's a when. When you've constantly been going like that and have not given yourself that time. So when it falls and you haven't made that plan, that's just where you find yourself.
I was just about to say, when you were talking about preparation, the plan.
The plan.
One of the, and shout out to Black Women Do Heal. If you're in the audience or you're on the replay and you are in Black Women Do Heal, whether you're currently here, alum, been here since 2019, let us know in the comments. But one of the things we talk about early on is that plan.
Yes.
Girl, why is it that we have a plan? We got a life insurance plan. Okay.
Come on now.
We have a plan for disability. We got a cancer plan on our job.
Right.
We got the cafeteria plan.
Yes, we got all plans.
A leave plan.
Yes.
When somebody wants to, go on an extended, maybe maternity leave, there's a plan that your supervisor is going to put in place. But we don't have a take care of me plan. We don't have a plan. So talk to us about what a plan for yourself looks like.
Great. Yeah, I'd love to. And keep in mind, the first step to having a plan is that you have to be on that list.
Now, what's the list? What you talking about?
The list of everything that all your responsibilities that you have to do. That list.
Oh, you
the
mean,
ever-growing
wait
list?
a second. So my job, my spouse,
no ma'am,
my children,
no ma'am,
my church,
no ma'am,
my sorority,
no ma'am.
What about my walking club? Where am I on the list?
You see, you're supposed to be at the top. That's part of the challenge. that's the challenge right there. We do the list, and it's kind of like before you knew and started to do the financial stuff. And this when every day, okay, we just doing stuff until we run out of money. Now there's no money.
Yes.
Okay, that's how we treat our care.
Girl, let me put that down. Put that as a post.
So now we run out of capacity.
Yeah.
And there's no us on the list. We ain't got no
girl, transfer. You're right. When I work with people, they first get in, okay, I'm gonna pay all my bills first. Well, I don't have no money for my savings. Well, baby, that's where you should have started.
That's where you should have started. Same
pay
soup,
yourself
different bowl.
Same soup, different bowl. You paying
it.
everybody else, giving everybody else that 10%. Where you going?
Where's that? Where's that? We have to put you on that list first.
Yeah.
And it's easy to fall into the trap not to.
Yeah.
For years I did that. My former pastor used to literally call me the Energizer Bunny. Because I kept going.
I was called the
Energizer
Bunny too.
Yes, just constant until I would crash.
Yes.
And then we just get up and do it again, not knowing that we were crashing because we weren't resting. We were crashing not just because, of course, later with my diagnosis, but literally there was no rest. There was no break. So we have to go. First step to making a plan is making sure that we're on the list.
Yes. Put yourself on the list.
Put yourself
ladies.
on the list.
Put yourself first on the list.
First on the list.
And that's a challenge for us.
It is a challenge
putting ourselves not just on the list,
but first.
Girl, that's blasphemy. What you mean I'm supposed to take care of myself first?
You're supposed to take care of yourself first.
What am I supposed to do with the guilt, shame, and condemnation I feel about putting myself first on the list?
So look, again, just like we're not going to start after running like the Energizer Bunny and keep going and going and going and then stop all of a sudden and kumbaya, right? The guilt, shame, and the hurt, all those things, those feelings aren't going to stop overnight. And so this becomes a part where you still have to put yourself on the list. But this is also where counseling, if you're not in counseling, coaching can come in hand because you sometimes need that, a good support system. If you have people who have the capacity, keywords have the capacity to hold that space for you or community that they can kind of help keep you accountable, not bully you, but help gently keep you accountable to what you said you were going to do for yourself, to put yourself on there and to remind you not to shame yourself and to give yourself grace. So putting yourself on that, the shame, all those feelings are going to come until you build that muscle up that now is second nature.
And it takes practice.
Practice.
It's practice. We practice
Look, we practice everything. Look, my Jackson, Mississippi Blackbird and Jim Hill folks, Mr. Hawkins used to say, practice doesn't make perfect, it makes practice. Okay? You have to practice that muscle of care. It's not going to develop by itself. It's not going to develop because it was a pretty thought. As much as we love the media of social, it's not going to fix itself and get that muscle built because you watch those beautiful posts.
Yes.
It's only going to happen when you start working that muscle.
Yeah.
And after you do it for a while, one day you're not going to feel guilty when you said no.
So that part right there, because what I heard you say was that's I mean that's a rule. We can start establishing boundaries, and that's what we talk about when we talk about self-care. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna go get my nails this one fixed. Okay. I'm finna y'all gonna see me again. Willie Jones said, "Girl, I can't keep up with your hairstyles." It's not getting your hair. It's not just getting your hair done.
Right.
That's maintenance.
That's maintenance.
Right.
Yeah.
But self-care is saying no.
It is saying no. I was at Women's Leadership Academy today, and someone was talking about self-care. Wonderful person. I'm gonna think of her name in a minute because you should definitely follow her.
Okay.
But she was talking about what we know, those of us who are practitioners of self-care. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if you knew that your goal when it came to Friday evening was to go home and actually take a couple of hours to rest, and then somebody says, "Oh, hey, can you do XYZ, QP&R?"
Yes.
And it's at your nap time or at the time that you were planning on winding down.
Right.
You are saying no to you and what you needed, what you were planning for this. Yeah. Now, are there extenuating circumstances? Yes. Are there emergencies? Yes. But when it is the norm that you are never on the list, when it is the norm that you are always trading you out for others and the things that others want, that is when it's a problem.
Yeah. And I hear you talk about the trading out, but so often the trade off is the work that we're doing.
It is.
The work we're connected to, the things we believe we have been put here to do. So how do we reconcile, okay, I'm a community healer. I'm an activist. I'm a teacher. I'm a nurse. I'm a stay-at-home mom. This really is like, if I don't do it, who gonna do it kind of work.
It is, and it's not an either or, it's an.
It's and.
And all of those are community healers, by the way.
Yes.
All of them, because what you do directly affects the community.
Affects the community,
and
right.
it can heal or hurt. So you are.
And we're gonna come. Let's put a peg right
put
there.
A peg in there. But
hurt, harm.
Okay, hurt or harm. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You're right. If you don't do some of these things, especially if you are a single mom or a widowed, or just a parent that the other parent works offshore, or is a truck driver, or has a demanding. Exactly.
Or
just
this term I learned over the pandemic, you have a spouse there, but because they have diminished capacity.
They have diminished capacity.
Has weaponized incompetence.
And let's just be very, very real.
Because this is the real resource and risk.
Okay. All right. So let's just be real. There are neurospicy individuals and everything who don't know that they don't have the capacity, right? So now here it is that you have a partner, but you don't have a partner.
Yes.
You have family, but they don't have capacity.
Come on.
Yeah. And it all falls on you.
Yes.
But here's the very real truth. If you hit the ground today, somebody else still gonna have to do it.
Somebody gonna have to do it.
They gonna have to do it.
And it gonna get done.
And it's gonna get done. They gonna have to do it. And they gonna cry.
They gonna cry.
She was a good one. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's gonna be the post. My girls are gone. It's just my baby. And then after that, all the stuff that you thought they couldn't do without you.
Come on.
They're gonna figure it out.
And if it's your job, they'll find 3 people to do
Oh,
it.
we're just talking about this earlier.
Yes.
Just talking about this earlier. You
Yes.
at the job,
Yeah.
then you not at the job, and before your obituary printed, they were talking about
Yes.
they done posted your job.
Posted that job.
You know, and it's not even because they didn't care about you.
Yeah.
Because they have a business to
They
run.
have the business run. Right. It is not personal. It's not that they didn't
It's
care.
not that they didn't care.
But at the end of the day gonna end.
It's gonna end, and they still have to have it.
Yeah.
And so making that decision that you are going to care for you and love you in that way, it feels selfish because of everything we've been conditioned to do.
Oh, absolutely.
But it is not selfish. It is one of the most unselfish things that you can do.
Right.
Is to care for you first.
I love this quote by Jim Rohn.
Mhm.
And hopefully I can get it right, because if I don't get it right the first time, good.
Mhm.
We ain't gonna fall out though. But he says, I'll take care of me for you
Mhm.
if you'll take care of you for me.
Oh, I love that. But let me say this.
Can you do it need to be tweaking?
It needs to be tweaked.
Is it not recovery minded, trauma informed?
Because here's the thing.
Yes.
That's still saying that now my care for me
Right.
is dependent upon what you do for you.
Yes.
That's mm-mm.
But I think
No, ma'am.
what he was saying, friend, is if I take care of me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it negates community.
Mhm.
We're gonna use another word
Mm-hmm.
to mesh that.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna remix his.
Okay, remix it. Come on now.
But if we do take care of ourselves, because I see now how it can be harmful.
Yes.
Because so often when I just handle it.
Yes.
We don't lean on community.
We don't lean on community. And
yes.
And as community,
you tried Jim wrong. Bless your soul.
Yes, and it's a good try. But as community healers,
yes,
oftentimes we might be the go-to person in our family.
Yes.
You know, or for the people that we love. Right. But then on top of that, now, like you said, we're doing this work.
Yes.
Okay. The old adage is lonely at the top. Well, for leaders, you might be holding space, but who's holding that space for you? Well, what we have been taught historically about leaders is that I remember hearing this and practice this for a long time. Leaders eat last.
Let me give you an example. When Dee was one of the directors of band at Alcorn. I don't know y'all, because I went to Tugela, but because I got cousins that say both. Okay now. But Griff, who was the band, the head band director at that time, he would let all the kids eat before him. Now, mind you, rest his soul, he was older.
Yeah.
He needed to eat first. This man deserved to eat first. But he would let he would let all 100 and some kids eat first. Because his thinking was, because when I sit down to eat, and when I'm done, y'all need to be done.
Right.
Yes.
And so that is part of it. We see that in team like things, right? But also we see that in families. I know as a mom, particularly when I was a stay-at-home mom, that was what I did.
Yes.
My plate got fixed last.
Right.
I sat down last to eat, and for quite a while there, it was I didn't even get to hardly eat. Now I got to do refills and
seconds
and stuff
and cleaning it up, because I got to get this on out because
we got the next thing. Right.
Okay then.
Yeah. So as a leader, you still need space, and oftentimes, even the most beautiful community that you might build, you still have to be responsible to make sure that you are allowing people to show up for you, and you
wait a second.
Allow. Yes.
Oh.
Allow. Let's breathe that in.
Breathe that in. Allow. Receive.
Receive. That it's not some harm, or that you start automatically creating the list of how you're going to pay them back. For being a decent human being.
That thing about not owing nobody.
Come on.
Girl, it is so harmful. It is, we won't talk about it all over here because this is part 2. But, so many of these things are rooted in colonization.
They are. Yeah. Colonization, and this is directly tied to that, but especially as Black women and people, that idea that I'm not going to be that Negro. I'm not going to be that Negro. No, you might have me this time, but what you're not fixing to say. Okay,
right.
What you're not fixing to say.
Right, is that I didn't help, or you gave me anything.
Or that you gave me anything, or that I wasn't in some way appreciative.
Yes.
Right. Instead of just allowing that exchange to flow.
Yeah.
And that's part of that letting go.
That's tough. That's
an expectation you gotta let go of.
That's a huge part of letting it fall.
Mm-hmm.
Allowing someone to pick it up.
Allowing someone to pick it up. And here's the other thing. And allowing it to sit there, because sometimes it didn't need to be picked up no way.
Why was you holding it?
It didn't even need to be picked up. Nobody needed to have that.
Nobody needed to have it.
It was going to be all right.
That's that. Yeah, I feel like we have to do it all, because we're not going to be that Negro.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to be the one that they said didn't help,
couldn't
do her part.
Right. Because you got to bring whatever to the table, build the table, have the screwdriver, have the nails, have the thing to put the joints in place.
Yeah.
We have to have it all. No, you do not have to have it all. As a matter of fact, it is, oh my gosh, it is, not only is it not sustainable or attainable, it is just, and I don't like to use ridiculous in this setting, but it's a ridiculous to think that we ever should. And that is because we're human. And the old folks used to say, we used to hear this so much when we were coming up, that it takes a village, right?
Yes.
But I think that they forget when they say it takes a village, it really takes a village. And that means that you weren't ever supposed to have to carry so much on your own, that you need village, that the village is not just for the children. Once you get 18, boom, you just have to figure it out.
Yeah.
No, the village is a village, because the village is that community that is with you in some form or fashion. And there might be people that come in and out of the village, right? Because that is such as life. But there is a village that is with you to do life with, that you're not having to hold this by yourself.
Yeah. And you can rotate,
because that's, again, such as life.
Right. And right before the podcast, we were watching a video about, and y'all probably have seen them. You've probably seen the mothers that have been going viral about the weight of motherhood, the expectations that really nobody can articulate, even though if somebody tell it to you, baby, they can't. And the having it all together, because there are seasons when you do.
There are seasons
when you do have it together, but without the proper planning, without a plan, y'all, life is gonna do what it does.
It's gonna life.
And just because we have it together today
does not mean
that there won't be a season when it's okay for you not to have it together. And I think that for me was a huge thing. It's just the acknowledgement, the recognition. Life can be so humbling.
As I like to say, life will learn you.
Life will learn you.
It will learn you. And part of that, in going back to letting it fall, right, is I can't hold this anymore. And going back even to how I got into mental health, I literally went to the therapist and was like, look, I don't know what's really wrong and going on here, because I've been through much worse stuff than this that I'm going through right now. Not to say it's easy,
right?
And I used to handle that stress so well.
Yes.
And so what I need is some help to be able to handle the stress like I used to. That's what I need, because something is wrong. I'm over here crying and carrying on for no reason. Seemed like it was plenty of reason, by the way.
Right.
But I'm over here crying and carrying on and hurt and upset and angry.
I love that. Did y'all hear that? Many times when we do, first of all, kudos to you if you have went and asked for help.
Yes.
If you had the self-awareness to go ask for help. But I think that was how my first therapy session was too. It was like, I just need you need to do something. Whatever you need to do, fix it so I can keep handling it.
Right.
Not let's evaluate the plates that we have. No, I need better tools. Just
I just need these better tools. For it to be fixed.
Okay. So I can keep doing what I'm doing.
Right.
All right. And so what I found myself was that the tools, not even knowing I had a diagnosis, but the tools that you were doing. So because after I got the diagnosis, I was like, how did I go for so long? Because it was working. The tools were working.
And this is, remember, we treat people as resources, right? Yes. So you learned how to adapt with what you had, whether it was a diagnosis like we have,
right,
or if it was like trauma,
yes,
or if it was the busy schedule and the single mom. What you were doing worked until it didn't.
And that was it.
The
tools that I was using that I had adaptive. Okay.
Yes.
Adapted the tools, and the tools became dull.
They became
dull.
Because their plate was too full.
And now what?
And that's when it all falls.
Yeah.
And one of the things I think that we are also afraid of, and I don't think we hit on this enough about letting it fall.
Yeah.
Is not just if I don't do it, it won't get done.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen to me? Who will I become? Because essentially by letting it fall, you are relinquishing control.
Oh, wait, pause. Everybody on mute. The dirty C word.
Yeah.
And when you are the one that has it all together, I can tell you got control issues.
You have control issues. And the funny part about it is you think you're controlling something.
Yes.
And you don't control them. We don't control grown people. We don't control your children. You don't control the folks on the job. Yes. You don't even control.
And that's why the work is challenged.
Yes.
The relationships are challenged.
Yes.
Because you are operating under a false sense of control.
False sense of control. It is an illusion.
It's an
illusion.
It's an illusion. I thought I'm operating, I'm moving like, and it was just teetering.
That's it. That's just tinkering.
It's just,
There we go. Oh, that's so cute.
That's cute.
No.
Yeah.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion. Control is an illusion.
Yeah, because the reality of it is, one, and I'm a futuristic thinker, big picture thinker, right?
Yes.
However, in my intentional healing journey, one of the things that I had to learn, and because of how I think, still have to remind myself, is I only got today. Not only do I only got today, I only have quote unquote control over my actions, my decisions, how I choose to respond,
and my activity. My mama gave me
and my thoughts.
And my thoughts for Mother's Day. I think she gave this to everybody. It was a little, and y'all have seen this floating around. Hey, Dimitri. Hey, Coach D. Hey, Lush and Keita. Y'all have seen the image where it's a square, and in the middle of the square is a circle. And in the circle, it says things I can control. And generally, it's your attitude and your actions. outside of that sphere is your sphere of you don't have control. Other people, essentially, other people's beliefs, their actions, their activity. And as mamas, that is a hard, bitter pill.
It is a
jagged pill to swallow.
It's hard as a mama. It's hard as a leader.
Ooh,
it's hard.
Yes, because all of these things, just like you said, if I let it fall, what does it say about me?
That you were human.
That's all it really says.
That's all it really
says. And stop making it mean something else.
It doesn't, because it doesn't mean anything else. And here's the other part to it, because the people who judge it, they're just not at a place yet where they understand.
That's it.
And that's it.
And that's okay.
And it's okay, because that's their journey.
That's their journey.
That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
They got nothing
out
to do
of my
with you.
sphere of
That's
control.
out of your sphere of control, right? So part of that letting it fall too is letting them think whatever they're gonna think.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna think it anyway.
Yeah.
And we don't have any control over that.
Yeah.
And it really is none of our business.
It is none of my business.
And I promise we don't want to know no way. We be thinking we want to know. We don't want to know.
Yes.
You know, let them think what they're going to think.
Yeah.
And that's part of the letting it fall.
Yes.
Putting you on a list, making a plan, letting folks think, letting go of those expectations, letting them think what they're going to think, so that you can get to the root of what it is that you need.
Yeah.
And what you need is care.
That's what you need.
You need to step back and have care. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, you need a break.
You need a break.
Good, because your eye doing this.
Your eye twitching.
Your eye twitching. Somebody said one more thing to you.
Yes, and you what the kids say now, and now you crashing out.
You crashing out, right? You were like, yeah, can you come? Can you come bail me out? Because what had happened was right.
You are crashing out.
You are crashing out.
And it's you against the world.
It's you against, and then the people that are around are wondering what the heck,
what's going on.
But you've had your enough.
And look, when I get in those moments, I just go sit down, because my folks already looked at me like, Mom, it didn't. Please tell me where did we go wrong? Because it wasn't. How did we get here?
But that's what happened. Yes. You don't even get to the falling and the crashing out before there weren't.
There were signs. And many times, I'm going to tell you what the signs were.
Right.
You kept bypassing, saying yes to yourself.
You kept bypassing it, but as you were bypassing, just like you going down the road.
Yes.
And you saw the exit sign. You saw the exit sign. You're like, no, I'm gonna miss this one.
Yes.
And then you saw the sign that said this is a curve. You're like, I can make it. Every time you passed one of those signs, you were setting yourself up for this fall, for these things to fall.
Right.
And so during that time, what are some of those signs? But we don't know that until we stop long enough to take inventory on what it looks like for us.
Yeah.
But you can't do that until you put you on the list.
Yes.
Stop. And make sure that you have some accountability with love. Nobody beating you up. Nobody beating you up over the head. But that you have some accountability with love, and that you start putting these things into action.
Now that's the part.
Yeah,
that's the practice. It's a practice like anything else, and the reason it feels so foreign, ladies, and so unfamiliar is because of all the things we learned in all of our getting. We did not get it to understand. We did not get it and understand it.
Of none of that.
Yeah.
Many of us do what we saw.
Yeah. What was modeled.
My mom was an entrepreneur.
Yes.
She would be up at the crack by the time before she opened up her center. Mama had washed clothes, ironed them, put clothes out on the line, the sheets and stuff, because she liked that fresh smell. I didn't, because it smelled like outside. But that's another story for a different day. But she loved that smell, so she would do that. She's put stuff on the line, and then had enough time that she's been up for so long before the door even opened for the first child that she's taking sometimes the stuff off the line and putting another.
Already.
Yes.
Look, my trainer, before I left today, I moved up my session so I would not miss today. Because why? Because I'm saying yes to myself.
You saying yes to yourself.
Okay, I want some more heartbeats.
Right, you want some more heartbeats.
And so she was really proud that I was her 11th person and it wasn't 12:30. I was like, sis. I said, is that a good thing? We high five. I was like, oh, is that a good thing? She's like, yes. And it's only 12:30. When do we start? I said 12:30.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
But see, that's some early morning people.
There's some early morning. Yeah, her day started early.
Yeah, see.
Girl, I don't even know what it looked like at the time she got up.
Because why are we up this early?
Why?
Shout out to my mom and my sister.
Yes.
But I saw that model that she just went. And then when she wasn't going, she was going for a church. She was going for, her friends and things like that. And then she was going for us.
Yeah.
There was no slow down. There was no stop. There definitely wasn't this really no for her.
Yeah.
Yes to
a
her.
lot of our moms.
Yeah.
Is I mean, my mom had a husband with a terminal illness. Eventually, he became disabled. Like
such as life.
Like, how was she gonna
stop? And even especially back then.
Yes.
You wasn't just that English right there.
Yes.
Gonna stop.
You wasn't gonna stop.
No. You had to keep going.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. We learned that, we see that, and it gets passed down and passed down.
Yes.
But part of this too is just it has to stop somewhere.
Somebody got to stop the bleeding.
Somebody has to stop the bleeding.
So, for the woman who is listening tonight, who's got a lot on her, maybe she's like your mom, a full-time entrepreneur, that if she don't work, she don't eat, with children,
right?
Who you want to see,
right,
do well, this, that, and the third, or like
right.
my mom, who was a full-time mom with teens, tweens, and the sole breadwinner in the household.
Right.
For the woman that's listening and in that position, because this is what we talk about on Real Resource Invested. We talk about the high-performing Black women.
And to be clear, high performing is whatever that level is for that woman.
For that woman. Come on, make it plain.
Yes, because we say that and we forget that there are so many high performing Black women that they may not be putting on a suit. They may not be going into the office. They may not even be on a Zoom call. But because of the responsibility that they have in their community, the responsibility that they have in their home,
family,
they are high performing. And so paying homage to that.
Please, let's play homage to that. Give space for that.
Some of those women that were crying. Some of them fall in most of those categories.
Yes,
right?
they did.
And that's a lot. That's heavy.
That's heavy.
Right.
That's heavy is she who wears a crown.
It is.
Okay. So for that woman, the caregiver, the full-time stay-at-home mama, what can she do? One thing she can do tomorrow. And she's afraid of stepping back.
So one, you talked a few minutes ago about those things that you were doing before the diagnosis, how you were making it, right? But what you didn't know and you know now because you've done the work is some of those things were helpful.
Yes, they were. Yeah.
And you were able to go back and pick back some of them up, right?
Yes.
So I'd say first, one of the things to do is to stop shaming yourself for what you've been doing to survive. You have to stop shaming yourself for what you have been doing to survive.
Yes.
So that meant
whatever that, let's real talk now.
Whatever that looked like.
Whatever that looked like, ladies, whatever you had to do to survive.
Whatever.
Because you didn't have no tools.
You didn't have you did the best you could what you had at the time.
Correct.
And so if you were that mom or caregiver that before you got out the driveway.
Yeah.
Okay. You had to have you about 10, 15 minutes in the car. Right. And you needed to cry and scream and call your friend and tell her about how awful you felt and how upset you were. And then take a deep, deep breath.
Yes.
And get out the car so then you can go family.
Yes.
That wasn't something to be shameful of.
Yes.
We feel guilty for it.
Yeah, we do.
That was a healthy release.
It was, and because you were in pre-contemplation phase, Coach D, that coping mechanism was effective. It was doing what it was doing.
It was doing it was giving what it was supposed to give.
It was giving what it was supposed to give. No shame, no judgment, no shade, no tea. If you had to get a drink to get down.
It kept you out of jail.
It kept you out of jail. It kept
the peace.
It kept the peace.
Okay. And honoring that,
yes,
I think is one of the steps that you can do, because it helps to release the shame. You were doing what you had to do to survive.
Yes.
Now, if some of those things are harmful to you, yes, it's time to get some help.
Yep.
But if they aren't hurting you, they weren't hurting your family, they weren't, by hurt, I mean causing harm.
Yes.
Not that they upset because you needed your few minutes in the car.
That part.
That's not harm.
That's not harm.
I'm talking about like harm. If you weren't harming yourself or somebody,
right?
Okay, but what you did for you, that own it, take some time, and when you start to feel that tinge of guilt happen, because it's gonna happen, it's not if it's a win.
Yes.
Remind yourself that you're doing this for you. And if it's too hard to hear, because we have to believe it first.
Yeah.
If it's too hard to hear that you're doing it for you, then do it for your family.
Yeah.
When I first started my intentional healing journey, it wasn't for me.
Yes.
It was for my kids.
Same.
It was not for me. I didn't love myself enough for it to be for me.
Didn't know what that looked like.
Didn't know what it looked like. Because who is this? You know? So if you can't say the words that it's for you, that's okay. No shame, no blame. Then it's for your kids, or it's for the dream that you have, or it's for what you want to see, or it's for those grandbabies that you haven't yet laid eyes on. Whatever it is, big or small, then attach it to that, you know, as you are making that decision. The other thing is be intentional. Intention means so much. We think that it has to be these big, huge spans of time. That it has to be the weekend of the spa. It has to be the weekend that the kids are gone, you know, or visiting or what have you. We think it has to be these big things, or if you're a caregiver, only when the respite comes, right?
Yes.
We think that that's what it has to look like. No. If you have to start with what I call 5 minutes to feel, set that timer on his phone. During that time, breathe, cry, shout, scream, fuss, do it, throw some soft though, but throw something, you know, whatever you need to do in that 5 minutes. And when that timer goes off, take a real deep cleansing breath, woosah, in through your nose, out through your mouth, and go on about. And repeat that as much as you need to in a day. The intentionality,
that's the part
behind doing that.
Yes, and that ain't cost. How much cost does that cost?
That costs this much money.
Yeah.
You know, because even if you don't have a phone, look at the clock, you know, and see.
Yes.
You know, but there's so many ways to do that. Take that 5 minutes and do that for you. Start there. It's somewhere, you know, and add it slowly. But even doing that can open the door after you've done it for a while. Well, now you'll start to see opportunities where you can do more.
Yes, and I love that part right there where you see opportunities. And for the woman who believes, you know what, if I step back, how my bills gonna get paid?
Look.
Okay.
By stepping back again, we started talking about 5 minutes. Okay. Now, if the bill's not getting paid for 5 minutes, that need to be a call to energy.
Yeah.
Because something is really going on. Something,
right.
You know,
you need to have a grown person, a courageous conversation with your supervisor. We need to have
a very, very courageous conversation, right? And here's the other thing. You may not be in a position where you can share with everybody what it is that you're doing.
Correct.
What that may look like is you're going to the bathroom.
Yes.
You know, and instead of just doom scrolling in the bathroom, you know, you're being intentional with that time in the bathroom that you're having your 5 minutes to feel. If you have more time, that you're having the conversation with the tweens or with the kids that may be old enough to watch a show without doing whatever. And you're going to have your shower and your bath. And you're going to say, this is your time. The other thing, if you have kids, start to teach them this too.
Right.
Because this is breaking cycles, but this is also helping them to emotionally regulate and to know it's okay.
It's helping them without even using the jargon.
You don't even have to use jargon.
You don't even have to use a jargon. You know, I posted a couple of weeks ago about how Asa caught me breathing because it was a day. I had all the things going, you know, and I was breathing. I had to learn because it felt silly that first time. You know, it's like really, this is not gonna help.
Right.
Okay. But I have grown to release that, you know, and it really does help because that's where it started.
That's where it started.
We started with breath. So
we started with breath.
Just
Come on now.
Doing that, just modeling the behavior.
Yes.
Allows them to, you know, gives them a tool or two.
Yes, it gives them a tool,
you know,
and a perspective.
And come on, talk about train them up in the way that they should go.
Right. But we don't have no care for us in there or anything.
Right.
You know, and then they repeat the cycle because again, what do? We do what we see.
They do what we see.
Know? Yeah. So when we start to shift in those making those healthier choices, then that plants seeds. Yeah. You know, they may not pick it all up at the same time. Right. There might be some bucking against the system that you were trying to instill, right?
Absolutely.
But they'll eventually get it.
Yes.
They'll know, oh, this is her downtime. We can't
look, my children know, my hubby know now, and my friends now know 2 to 4 o'clock. That's my time. Y'all, it took me almost 52 years to carve out some time every day that is coveted, it is protected.
Yes.
That's my time.
That's your time.
And the notifications go on. Ain't nobody feeling no type of way. Okay, figure it out. Because that's what you teach people to do.
You teach them how to do that. And that is so important. The other part to that is your schedule. Because we think, especially when you have so much going on, it's easy to fall into the I don't have time. Yes. There's no time. And there actually is. Yeah. You know, and so taking hold of that schedule, for me, one of those things was also shifting my bedtime and my wake time to what was better for me, my actual body.
And if you're not a morning person, that's okay.
It's okay. Don't be a morning person. Well, unless you got to go to somebody's job, then you be one until you don't have to go to their job no more.
But you know what? The thing is, you know, that's a part of knowing yourself.
And you know what?
Yes.
It's hard to get to know you. Yes. You're exhausted.
That part.
It's hard to get to love you. Yeah. While you're exhausted. Yes. And this is another reason why the taking the time is so important. The intentionality of the 5 minutes is so important. The clarity that you start to get, because when you're not so exhausted, well, now you start to see some creative ways that you might be able to work some things out.
So that part right there. When you are in survival mode, you don't see options. You don't see a way out. You don't see how the money is going to come if you step back. You don't see the opportunities that are right there. The law of recognition says that everything that you want right now is waiting your recognition of it.
That's it.
So you can't see those things when you are dysregulated.
When you're dysregulated and you're exhausted.
And when you're exhausted. And when you're exhausted, guess what your default is? You're going to spiral. You're going to crash out.
And for some, it may not look that big.
Yes.
It may look like instead of making the healthier choice to eat, you eat the garbage.
Yeah.
Because it's quick.
And in my situation, it was the isolation.
The isolation, because honey, because why is you talking to me?
So why is you
why are you in my sphere right now?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And people, I'm tired.
But shut down.
I'm shutting down.
I'm out.
And so it's easy to do that when you are exhausted. When you have a moment until you build up the muscle where you can say, hey, I'm not doing well. When you can do that with the support system that you trust.
Yes.
Until you get there, start small with what you have. Yeah. Honor what you have done that has kept you sane and kept you going. Slowly start to weed out the things that that aren't.
And replace them.
Replace. Oh yeah, because you have to
Replace.
replace them. Because if you
You
don't,
can't take nothing out. You got to replace it.
it's a replacement.
Yeah.
If you just take it out, you won't even realize it, but you are then reaching for something else.
Yeah.
That is probably equally as unhealthy.
Yeah.
And it might seem healthy, but again, because you haven't taken that time to be intentional about that replacement, you might be getting basically the other side of the same coin.
Yeah. And letting that be a part of your plan, because when you are making, it's like, y'all, it's like everything. When you're first learning something, that's when you're most, you're most malleable, most vulnerable, and it's easy to, as the church folks say, backslide, right? So if your default is eating, right, for me, then what triggers do you have? Do you have a little something in your notes or notifications, or in your notes you got, okay, this is what I'll do. This is what I'll do to when I feel this or when this happens.
Right. Right. And also, especially with these phones nowadays, you can also put reminders in your phone if you're passing by a certain area to not stop a place. Like it will actually come up when you get to that location, not to go there. So if you need those things, use the technology that you have to help you as well. But yes, being intentional, showing yourself some grace. And remember, you didn't start overnight. It's not going to shift overnight. Give yourself the grace, right? And love on yourself well. To know that it really is going to be okay.
It's really going to be
and it's
okay
to let that stuff fall. It's okay to let it go, and be okay with the mess.
Yes, be okay with the mess. And as we wrap this up, let me just say this too: that plan, communicating it, like you said, to in a place with trusted individuals where there's safety. When I started making shifts in my home, it was new. Look, I ain't finna cook no more. I ain't finna clean no more. If I wash, it's because I want to. Don't be dependent on me. Don't be looking for me to do this. For this season, I really have to make me a priority. And did I have to repeat that a couple of times?
Absolutely.
It's okay to restate your boundaries.
Restate
them until it becomes a practice, not just for you, but for everybody around you.
Right.
Communicate the help that you need. So, Coach Cassie J.
Yes.
We want to thank you for coming on tonight. This is the truth, ladies. Sometimes it's not about holding it together. Sometimes the win is letting it fall. And tonight, Coach Cassie J is not just espoused that for us, but given us real strategies for women tomorrow if this is a challenge for you. And because when you release it, you're not just losing, you really are making room for what's real.
Come on now.
And what's healthy, and at the end of the day, what's yours. So tonight, if you are listening, if you're under the sound of our voice, I want you to whisper to yourself, I am not a casualty of the struggle. I am not a mule for work and the movement. I'm not just surviving. I am worthy of thriving. So this is why we created this space. Real, Resourced, and Rested is here every other Thursday night, first and third Thursday nights at 7 p.m. on the page, Women for Progress. And we'll bring folks on like Cassie, who will share her work with her group. Guess what? I'm gonna let you go and talk about Black Women Do Heal. Give them a huge plug as we sign off tonight.
Thank you. And as a matter of fact, I don't know if you all can see my shirt.
Love it.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull it up here. And this is our slogan and our saying at Black Women Do Heal, that your strength was never meant to crush you.
Yes.
So often we get complimented for being strong, right? and we were told to be strong, to have it together.
Yes.
But that strength starts to crush us, and that's when we have to let it fall.
Yes.
The beauty is on the other side. Well, Black Women Do Heal, we are an organization dedicated to providing safe healing spaces, trainings to Black and Brown women and community healers. And now Black men do heal.
Yes.
We train community healers. If that is you and you need some training, or you're just tired of doing this work by yourself, or feeling like you don't have support in this work, we support. That's one of the things that we do. I know when I got into this work, that was something I did not know, and it's very heavy.
Yes.
So we provide community around community healers, those women and now men who are out here doing the work. And whether it's your teacher, therapist, or anything, peer support, we hold space and give you the training tools that you need.
And the training is amazing. I went through it myself to inform my own financial practice.
Come on now.
Loved it. And thank you, Willie, for dropping all of our information in the comments. To find Coach Cassie James Weathersby and Divergent Life Solutions, sis, let it fall and watch it all come together. Thank you for joining us tonight.